Hi, I hope this finds you well and happy. In my case, I have to say that I must confess that I have screwed up big time. Let me tell you why. If you're in your 60s, like me, you know that you need to really be careful about the choices you make because you are up to when you are in your 40s, everything is working so well and your body detoxifies in a blink. You can abuse substances, you can do whatever you want to, you're pretty much getting away with it. But when you're my age, your body needs all the help it can get, and carnivore is that kind of help that I have found that fixed all the things that I could not fix before, such my weight, my arthritis, my psoriasis, my Hashimoto's disease. Sincerely, I really got rid of all of those thanks to carnivore. I do believe that is like the way to go because it's full of nutrients and overall based on results which speak louder than anything else. Every person is different, but you can tell what works for you, and carnivore has worked for me like a charm. However, life happens. I started back in June. I lost 25 pounds. I fixed my Hashimoto practically to full recovery. My psoriasis is completely gone. Go check my posts. I have uploaded a video of my scars of how bad it used to be. Anyhow, it has been wonderful, but I did cheat big time. My friend came from Victoria, and I have been so good because I am so happy that I am feeling so fantastic and being able to walk and to spring and to hike and things that I have never dreamed of doing again before. And of course, you get that, we never see each other. I'm not going to see you for 6 months. Let's go out. And I don't drink alcohol. I do not drink alcohol. If once a year, maybe for example at Christmas, I have like a sip of champagne, and if I will have like a tiny bit of alcohol, I don't know in which occasion, like my girlfriend coming, I will choose tequila. So I ask for a margarita without syrup, just a splash of lime and soda water, and one margarita to a 5'4" person and 120 pounds. It has its effect. Somebody that doesn't have, especially doesn't drink alcohol. So after a while, I had a second margarita. By the second margarita, I was drunk. So the margarita invited me, why not, to have that piece of cake that was a celebration. Yeah, screwed up. I ended up going to bed super late. She was staying at my place, so it was a weekend that it was fun. It was fantastic. I wouldn't change it for the world, but I could have had that without the tequila, without the cake, without the screwing up my circadian rhythm. Because guess what? Now I'm going through having to go back to a carnivore reset. I'm going through, I don't know, I think that is getting back into ketosis. This is hard to believe and to understand, but my hands were hurting yesterday, and I gained some weight. believe it or not. It was hard to go back to my usual waking up at 5:30, having, just starting with my beef. Anyways, the message is, don't do it. If you want this to work, especially if you're a little older, you need to be goody good. So I do regret incredibly, deeply, profoundly having screwed up my carnivore diet. And yes, it is that quickly, and you can see the difference within 3 days. It is quite incredible how you can, but that perhaps is the good part about carnivore, that once you go through the elimination process, you can tell when you reintroduce something that is bad for you. You can tell how bad it is, because the thing about eating like the SAD diet, the standard American diet, standard American diet, is that your body has to get used to defending itself from those pains you cause them through what you put into your mouth. And we get used to pains by adjusting the way we move. We get used to the weight, and the body suffers. And that is how we end up with Alzheimer's. We end up with such bad arthritis. It's just accumulative. So, my English is not my first language, so you know what I mean. Accumulates, and you get to 80 destroyed, and it doesn't have to be like that. So when you remove all the food that is bad for you, when you reintroduce that food, you can feel it, and you can understand that you have been doing that to your body in the past, and that's not doable anymore. And I tell you, looking into the mirror, puffy eyes, kind of it wasn't good. So now I am back on the carnivore pony full throttle. So I am on a carnivore reset. All I'm gonna eat is just beef to go back to an optimal energy level. And anyhow, so I thought I wanted to share this video because if you're thinking about cheating, or if you think that, I'm gonna have this, I'm gonna have that, don't do that to yourself. Come on. And besides, you know what? You can have that apple, and nothing wrong if it sits well with you. But be careful about just changing fuels and getting carbohydrates as your main fuel, because it's going to give you cravings. It's going to make you hungry. And if you can avoid it, I wouldn't do it. My style is beef, fat. I am up in my fat. I'm going to have so much fat that I'm going to have fat coming out of my ears. Anyhow, I hope this helps you. If you cheated, don't worry. It's going to take a week, and you're going to go back to where you were. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask them to me. I love you all. Bye-bye.